James realized that it was easier to see around them. He looked around and could see the forest easily, even without the help of the light device attached to the strap of his pack. "I guess we made it through the night," he spoke in a tired voice. "I can't believe we walked the entire night," Maya groaned. "And we still have a week of walking ahead of us." She sounded annoyed by the thought that they still had a long journey ahead of them. Chuckling, James commented, "I think this will be officially our longest job that we've been on." "How about that time we hunted down the serpent monster?" Maya asked. "Nope, that was only a few days, not even a week." James shook his head. "Though that one sucked." Maya rarely nodded. "It was one of our first jobs that took several days. We made so many mistakes with the supplies we packed." She chuckled. "I actually wondered if we'd die of starvation even before the monster had a chance to devour us." Laughing, James grinned. "From that point on, we ended up overpacking, which caused us to get worn out by the time we came back to the guild. It took us so long to get used to properly estimating how much we needed to pack, and to understand that a lot of items for eating could be found in our surroundings." The knowledge of gathering food from plants had become a valuable skill for them. It even helped them currently since they didn't want to use up their supplies so quickly. With a week of traveling ahead of them, it was essential to ration their supplies. They were in no danger of starving to death, considering they still had some fat on their bodies. But it was better not to be in a fasted state when fighting a monster. If they were to enter a fasted state, then their reaction times would be significantly affected. And when fighting a monster, even a fraction of a second could mean the difference between life and death. "Why don't we take a break?" James suggested to Maya. Shaking her head, Maya said, "We don't have time to take a break. There's no telling if monsters are making their way towards us at this moment. We need to keep moving and get out of this forest. But since the sun is coming back up, we should put away the light so that it doesn't drain the power source. It would be a bad situation if we run out of power before we're out of this place," James pointed out. He didn't voice how they could quickly put away the devices while they continued to walk. Storing the lights back in their packs was just an excuse to get Maya to take a break and let her ankle rest. "I should probably apply more ointment on her ankle too," James thought to himself. While they walked, he had noticed that Maya's pace had slowed. This could mean that the ointment's beneficial properties will begin to wear off. It would need to be reapplied to help numb the pain and help the ankle heal. It was a tricky balance, making sure that they were gaining enough distance but not putting too much strain on her ankle. Not wanting to argue, Maya just nodded. James suspected that she knew what he was doing and didn't have the strength to complain. She's probably barely holding off the pain, James thought, understanding how Maya acted under challenging situations. Though he appreciated her attempt to be strong, there were times when such stubbornness would be detrimental.